everyone from all over the world who are joining us today. And this is the third podcast session with Anil, wherein we will discuss basically the various concepts which have been described in the various sessions in order to use this as a refresher and also to allow people to understand, the concepts slowly and in a um, in a digestible manner. So today, Anil, I welcome you to the session. And before the session begins, our podcast begins, I want to say thank you to all of you for liking this video because your like will help it to spread to other star seeds, light workers, and wanderers. So with that, I welcome Anil. How are you doing today, Anil?
Thank you, Sam. I'm very well. Thank you for giving me this opportunity of being a service to others. And let me just start today that as we said, we're going to discuss two concepts today. One is harvest, which is related to graduations. And the second is wanderers, which is a very important concept. As Sam always say, light workers, wanderers in the beginning. So people wonder what is wanderers. So we're gonna go deep into that today. Um, I would like
Yeah,
to also point out a couple of things that I was reading some of the comments, and some people are getting a little liking it very much because if they are on this channel and listening to this, they already have vibration uh, which is resonating with us. So they're already on this STO path. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be attracted to this channel. And I also want to tell them that please, if you don't understand something, keep that uh, thought back of your mind, and it will slowly become clear. We are sowing the seeds, and this seed will germinate one day with your light. And you just have to keep. It's like going to a gym or starting something. You don't make your physics in one day good. You going to the gym every 6 months, and then you will see the improvement in your body. But if you just one day it will come slowly, and we will try to explain everything, and then it will become clear. For example, I would like to some of the listener, I was reading the comment that some of the listener was one of the listener actually was confused about one infinite creator. So I would like to just give you an example of that it seems oxymoron to use one infinite creator. How can an infinite creator could be one, because it's two words. But we have this uh, every day in our life, and we just consciously think about that. For example, what is which is infinite cannot be many, because manyness is a finite concept, because you can count, it's many, so it's not infinite, so it can't be many. So to have infinity, we must define infinity as unity, otherwise the term does not have a referent or meaning. And this you do it every day, and I give you a very good example of that. Is that if you look at a sunlight and you just say sunlight, but actually sunlight contains uh, infinite colors, but you don't say infinite sunlight. You only just say there is only one sunlight. Everybody understand that. And when you pass this sunlight through a prism, you can see so many colors you can't count. It's infinite colors. So this is a simple example of unity. So that's how there is a one infinite creator. So let's just go into today a topic of harvest. So what is a harvest? So harvest is a group of mind, body, spirit who graduate into next density and end of the density cycle. So we have talked about that when we say, the time is coming, and STS and STO, and who will graduate into the next density. And as we have already uh, mentioned before, this currently the harvest time on earth, and and it is Earth will have a mixed harvest. In other planetary surface, the harvest could be just STO or STS, depending on things. But Earth have uh, uh, some entities will go into the STS positive negative planet, and some will go STO positive planet, or hell or heaven, as we mentioned. I mentioned before. And just to give you a context that, as has been mentioned again in our first podcast, that the third density is the shortest and is the toughest of the densities to go through. And just to give you a context, the first density cycle is around about 2 billion years, and the second density cycle is around about 4.6 billion years and the third density is actually 75,000 years only, with three major cycles of 25,000 years. So this is a very short time. And fourth density is also 2.5 million years, and fifth density is around about 30 millions, and sixth density is around about 75 millions. We don't know seven density and its cycle of foreverness, as we mentioned before. So, and our teachers ourselves is from sixth density, so we don't know really about seven density. I will assume that is foreverness. So coming that, this is 75, and we are in the third major cycle, which is 25,000 years. And and just to give you in context, the harvest time will end around 21st December 2030. And that's why you see this date everywhere when people say Agenda 2030 and all kinds of context. This this date is keep coming, and this is the reason, because at that time it will be decided for good whether Earth will become a fourth density positive planet, or move into four density positive vibration, or it will move to four density negative vibration. So please keep in that mind. So we have 6 years to raise our vibration, so we can harvest ourselves in the four density. Hopefully everyone who is listening would like to go to STO4 density positive. But if somebody wants to go to STS, they also have 6 years to make sure that they go to their chosen path. So, is anything else you want to add, Sam, on the harvest side?
Yeah, actually, I was looking at the transcripts, which you have thankfully compiled, and I was searching for the word harvest. So in one of the sessions, I will just read the few lines, okay?
Okay.
So what this stated was that, furthermore, the soul complex, if it has attained a vibratory rhythm of fourth density love vibration, in some of the cases will graduate to a higher level of existence. This graduation is primarily referred to as the harvest. So yeah, so just wanted to read that. You know, I wanted to
No, no,
add. Yeah, yeah.
that's very
So
good.
of course,
Thank
yeah.
you. So, this is the harvest. As I said, the concepts are, and again, uh, I would like to mention one thing which keep that people need to understand. People might think they are STOs and they are on STO path, but actually, unless or they are an STOs. But I would suggest one thing is that people, you unless you are in a four density positing, and you will know that you're in a four density positive when you reach there, you are an STO candidate, not an STO as such. We are all STO candidate unless we move into four density Earth in 2030. Saying that, so we should keep reflecting on this every day. So, one thing I would like to suggest again is that um, people should reflect on things in the day and on their actions, and slowly, slowly, things will become clear to them uh, um, as we move along, and as the time is coming along. and we are getting into Earth is moving into 4030. We will be catching more of the vibrations. And
And
just again want to clarify one more thing, which is very clear for those who wants to chosen a path of STS. These people are slightly, from our perspective, is deceiving themselves, because generally people who seeks to serve self with supreme power are doomed only to serve others who seeks to serve self. And you can see, and they only see what they want to see. So you see there is a delusion in there, because they want to serve self, but they end up serving somebody else, where in STOs this does not happen. So I just wanted to point out that as well. So uh, now we're going to talk about wanderers, and I think this is a very topic, which people do not understand clearly, and and of course this has been used different many name. Bodhisattva in uh, in Buddhist culture is same as wanderer. Some people call them volunteers, or very different names. In India, people would call them Bhagwan or Avatar. Uh, so many names have been used, but I think wanderers is very, when we, so what is a wanderer? A mind-body split complex from a higher density, and that could be a fourth density, fifth density, or sixth density. I haven't uh, taken a seven density because I don't know any example of seven density entity who has manifested in on Earth yet, but that doesn't mean it does not happen. So a mind-body split complex from higher density who takes birth on third density in service to others or in the service to self in response to a call. And so these higher density beings take a birth as uh, a human entity, or manifest themselves in the human form to serve others or serve self, depending on their uh, uh, own chosen path. And and when they come into the earth, they become completely the creature of third density and forgets everything due to wailing. And this is the reason they forget everything. If they don't forget, they will be like living like God here, because they remember everything and they know how everything works. So to make sure they forget everything, and this is the precise, and they can get in both service to self and service to others, can get caught into a planetary vibration because they forget from where they are from. And then in that case they have to repeat the whole master cycle of third density as a planetary entity. So if they forget and they become something else, or get into a karmic planetary vibration and stuck into karma, they will have to repeat the cycle. And that's why uh, very rarely service to self negative wanderers um, become wanderers, because they fear forgetting and the danger of repeating the master cycle. So most wanderers are actually STOs. Higher density STS generally use other means to do the service, and this is related to UFOs, where they come in through their ships and contact people they want to contact and do the service in that way. So STO tends to use the process within the natural flow of things. So they can also do, you know uh, through the spaceships, come to this, but they don't do that. They generally tend to follow the natural process to do the service, where STS seeks to alter creation process to fit their needs. So wanderers have three main purpose to become a wanderer. So, or the higher density beings have three main purpose to become a wanderer. The first is to anchor the planetary vibration. And what that really mean is that, the vibration is becoming too low, because if you look everywhere, we have all this pain, misery, wars. Look at everywhere. Our madness going in. Everything is upside down on this planet right now. So that means the vibration of this planet is low. So to increase the vibration, when the people from a higher density positive beings come, they lift the vibration of this planet, and this is what is called anchoring the planet, or holding the planetary, or raising the vibration, or anchoring the planetary vibration. So this is the first main purpose, and that's also the reason why star seeds are also brought to this, take birth, to bring lifting the planetary vibration. And second is called recapitalization. Some of the uh, wonders come to this to recapitulate, or how you say, to reinforce their learning, or to practice their learning. If something they were weak in some aspects, because even they graduated, they were weak in some aspects, so they're coming to learn or recapitulate those lessons. And third, which is not always the case, but this is also, some wonders are here for some specific mission. They have a very specific mission, and they are here for those specific mission. And that's really depends on before precarnative, which is decided uh, what is their specific mission. and and there are many examples of that. And as we have, you can really, one of the session recently, on May 1st, 2023 session, uh, Sam did ask, what is the numbers of wonders present at Earth at this time. And as of May 1st, 2023, we have eight six density wonders present, STO wonders. We don't have any information. I think there is no STS wanderers at this time. They generally come through spaceships and working. They are here, definitely here. STS negative wonders are here on this planet, which we would call aliens are here, definitely. But in a natural process, the STOs are six densities are eight. Fifth density is 108,000, and fourth density is 395,996. Very precise figures. And as you know, Sam always asks about soul journeys of many people. In fact, in the last session, he asked the soul journey, and the person itself is a fourth density wanderer. And so, and most of the soul journey which has been asked by Sam generally are fourth density wanderers. I think I haven't seen an example yet for fifth density, but there was the sixth density wanderer, which was R. Hawkins, which died in 2012, American writer. Very nice, the kind of spiritual. So you can see they are wonders, and you can now see the people in the present time, and I know them by just looking their behavior. They could be wanderer there. So I think that is all. As Sam, would you like to add something in the wanderers?
Yeah, I also would like to state that, like basically wanderers, they have already, many of them, the positive wanderers, who have already learned the lessons of service to others, like in previous planetary spheres. Because what I've channeled many a times is that, they go through an initiation phase in a different star system. So recently, like I channeled, I believe, for my friend, one of my friend, Jason, and he was also a wanderer. And it turns out that he was from a different planet. I forgot the planet's name, but in that planet, he went through this initiation. So I believe, that many a times the wanderers who come here, they simply forget, like Anil said, because of the veil. And they, I think, need to remember that if they initiate themselves again and learn to balance their energy centers and open their heart, they will fulfill their mission in this lifetime by affecting others. And basically, also, I have one more session wherein they talked about wanderers. So I'm going to just read the line. So, in this session, they stated that the star seeds comprise a factor of around 7% of the souls upon the planetary sphere, and the remaining 3% of the souls are those known as wanderers who have incarnated from higher density consciousness, primarily from the fourth density upwards, with their main purpose is to motivate towards teaching other beings and teaching the 90% of the human collective the lessons required for the purpose of graduation, which is at hand. So I just wanted to read that. And what they stated was that, I believe 10% of the total population, including star seeds, are around 7%, and there are 3% wanderers. So that's what I had received in a session. So I think, this is also the reason why, the spiritual community, we have, in the beginning, we have less number of people because the number of star seeds and wanderers is less. So from my viewpoint, this is what I wanted to add. And Anil, do you have any extra to say
Yeah. So
about
I
this?
would like to just clarify a few things here that, as we already know, put things in context, that Jesus was four density, seventh subdensity entity who came to this planet. We already know because the soul journey of Jesus is available. And also, Sam will be asking, I think, in future session about Buddha, which I have requested Sam about the soul journey of Buddha. But as you already know, Sam has done Osho, which is fourth density, fifth density, subdensity. Ramana Maharishi from India, which is again fourth density. I think again was a sixth sub density. We also have done Gurdjieff, which is also fourth density, around about sixth and sub density. So you can see, with people think Ramana Maharishi was Bhagwan, Osho, you already see. So there are fourth density things, beings, high density beings. In fact, even one of the session, which was done by Sam, he did ask about prophet as well, which, also for density, high, mid or sub density being. So you can see that, and of course, Sam in future session will ask about more people as we go along, especially Buddha, to make things in context, because people think Buddha just goes, uh, you know, goes into become foreverness. They go back to their own density and work from there, and same way, Tesla was from a higher density being, came to this planet for a specific mission to bring free energy on this planet, although he was not really completely successful, but actually uh, uh, sow the seed on the planet regarding free energy. And just to give another context here, in the last two first major cycle on planet Earth, especially in planet Earth, there was no harvest. So what happens is the harvest happens. You can imagine there. Every 25,000 a harvest happens. So there were the three harvests for planet Earth. The first harvest was zero. The second harvest, which is happens 25,000 years ago, there was only 150 entities which went to there. And now we have a harvest time, and even now, as we hear, the harvest is very small. So it's a very difficult time to have a harvest uh, on the planet. So it's not the many people. There are very very few people going. I think last time, in a recent sessions, we have been told the people are graduating and moving, and hopefully, only 5,000 people graduate, pass recently, and there are very people are close to getting that grade is around about 190,000, something like some figure like that. So if you're talking about 8 million people, 8 billion people on this planet, talking about 100 and 190,000, it's a very small percentage of people moving into higher density. And that's it all for from my side today. I think just as I said to you, so people need to really think uh, about their actions every day. It takes some time, listening to this, but also practicing. It, just listening to this session, and if you don't practice, this is like gathering information or knowledge. Without utilization of this knowledge, it does not become wisdom. It's like you can put a gas into the car, but if you don't apply the gas by accelerator, you will not get a speed. So listening only means you have the information or knowledge, but unless you apply, you don't get wisdom or light. So I would suggest people to put this knowledge we are giving in apply their life. Talk is easy, so we need to put in action. When it becomes action, in your life, then it becomes your true knowledge. So that being said, I think that's for all. Sam, do you want to add some last words before we close the session today?
Yeah, basically, yeah, like Anil said, just focus on your actions as well, and take the knowledge and apply it. And yeah, that's it for today. Uh, so, I want to say thank you to all of you who have watched the session, and stay tuned for the next week's podcast where we discuss about such spiritual concepts. And we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, thank you all so much.